Hey happy homemakers, welcome back to my fall cleaning routine series. Today I'll be doing some major deep cleaning, showing you what cleaning products I'm using and sharing how I keep my energy up with a quick but still healthy lunch. This year I've switched things up quite a bit. I'm not doing my usual deep cleaning routine where I go job by job, but rather room by room, and it's kind of working out a little bit more with my schedule lately. So the first thing I've been doing is writing out a list of exactly what jobs I want to get done, and then on my counter I line up all of the cleaning products that I'm going to be needing for those jobs. Now, if you're new here and you like content like this, please make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And in the comments, let me know where you're from and introduce yourself a little bit. Now, I always start with the oven because it's the biggest job and it takes the longest, and I like to put a solution inside that I can let do the work for me and soak for 15 to 20 minutes. And I like to keep my cleaners as natural as possible. So for the past several years, I've been using a mixture of vinegar, baking soda, and dish soap, and it works really well. I just sprinkle it in there, mix it around with a brush, and then let it sit and get busy with another job. And I'll have the exact portions of what I use down below. I just eyeball it now because I've been doing it for so long. Cleaning the stove is one of my least favorite jobs, honestly, so I do not do a deep clean like this except for once in the spring and the fall. Do you guys do it more often than that? I know I probably should, but I try to avoid it as much as possible. Once I was done with the stove, I got busy with the dishes because this is a typical morning and I do have dishes that need to be unloaded from the dishwasher. So I'm just going to quickly unload those, run another load, because later on I'm going to be cleaning it with a new product I discovered at Target that I'm very excited to try. Once I had the dishwasher running, I just quickly washed any other dishes by hand and rinsed out the sinks. Once the sinks were clean, I headed back to the range to get started on the grates. I just grabbed a large Tupperware and piled the grates inside and then started soaking them in a solution of 50% white cleaning vinegar and then another 50% of water until it covered all of the grates. Soaking them in this solution is going to really help loosen up any of that really tough burnt on debris, and then we'll go in and clean it later. Next, I'm going to remove the drip pans and soak them in that same solution that I put inside the stove of vinegar, dish soap, and baking soda. Rub it around with the brush again and let it soak. And side note, I also took off the burner caps and threw them in with the grates and let them soak in that solution. While all the other parts were soaking, it was time to scrub out inside of the oven. So I just took a walnut scrubber, which is something that won't scratch the surfaces, and scrubbed down the window and the bottom of the oven. And as you can see, it came out really clean. I was so happy with it, and it was really not that much work. There were, however, some spots where it was really tough baked on grease that didn't want to come out. So I grabbed these Brillo Basics little wool scrubbers with a soap solution in them and decided to try that on it because it was a little bit more not abrasive enough to scratch, but to scrub off some of the grease. And it really, really worked. I got them at the dollar store, by the way. I just saw them and thought I'll probably find something I can use on those with, and it really did the job on the window and the rest of the oven. Once I was done scrubbing, I just took a wet washcloth and wiped it down to see what else I was missing, and then I scrubbed it a little bit more again. Coco had just gotten back with Daddy from her ballet class. She is loving it and she's doing so well in it. It's so much fun to watch her when I take her. For some tough baked on grease on the inside of the oven, I decided to try my Method heavy duty degreaser. This is a product I have loved for a long time. It is really, really great with the really tough stains. So I did try it on little places with that. I like to let it soak for a while. So I took the drip pan from inside of the oven and started scrubbing that. And again, I took the little wool scrubber, Brillo wool scrubber, and scrubbed out the tough baked on stains, and that worked really well on those. Some of the spots in the oven can be just so hard to clean and take a lot of elbow grease. So if you guys have any product recommendations for areas like that, I would love to hear down below, especially if they're all natural, because I just can't really, I don't want to do conventional products, and I don't usually use them because they make me sneeze. And if you guys are wondering, I don't usually turn on the self cleaner because it just gives me a headache for a few days. So I'd love to hear of any natural products that are working for you down in the comments below. When I'm deep cleaning like this, I often forget to eat until it's hours past lunchtime, and then I realize that I am starving, and that happened this day. And so while the kids were at naps, it was really nice because I remembered that Daily Harvest had gifted me some of their grain bowls to try out, which I didn't know that they had anything other than smoothies, but they have like oat bowls and grain bowls and chia seed bowls, and they're all really good, healthy options. So today I tried the butternut squash and chimichurri harvest bowl, which was so good, and it's so convenient. Just pop it in the microwave, take a few minutes for a lunch break, and then be able to continue cleaning. They also sent me a coupon code for $25 off your first purchase for my subscribers, so you'll find that down below if you want to try it out too. I recently got a package in the mail from Persona Vitamins, who is the sponsor of today's video, so a huge thank you to them. Persona is a vitamin company that personalizes vitamin packs and ships them to you. What I really find valuable about this company is that not only do they have you take an assessment to help you target what symptoms or lifestyle goals you may have, but they also offer 100% free nutritionist support even if you don't prescribe to their service. Recently, I've been meeting with a naturopath to help sort out some health issues that I've been having, but the expenses of that quickly add up when insurance doesn't cover it. When I took Persona's assessment, the vitamins that they recommended for me personally almost identically matched what my naturopath prescribed to me. So financially, if a naturopath is not an option for you, I think this would be a really great alternative. Since I've been taking the vitamins daily, I have noticed a huge difference on my mood. My stress levels have been down, and I feel like I'm so much more even tempered, not like swinging back and forth emotionally. Even my husband commented on that. So I can highly recommend this. I love the vitamins that they prescribe to me. And I'm happy to say that I have a link from Persona for 30% off your first 2 months of vitamins. So head to the link down below. I genuinely think you will love the results and what this company has to offer. After lunch, it was time to scrub down the drip pans. They had been soaking long enough, so I just scrubbed them with a walnut scrubber. And by the way, I always get questions about my rubber gloves. They are from the dollar store, and I really love that they're pink. After I rinsed off the drip pans, I noticed that there was food that was just cooked on really hard in the corners, so I just took something more heavy duty like these copper wire scrubbers that I also got at the dollar store. Next is the job that I was really dreading, which is cleaning the oven racks, because I have 3 in my oven. I don't know why. With these little scrubbers I had gotten from the Dollar Tree, it really wasn't that bad of a job. It just took a little bit of time because there were so many little wires. So I just, using my fingers, I just pinched around every single wire and scrubbed up and down once or twice, and did that until I was done with all of the racks, which I did not film all of it because I didn't want to bore you with that much footage. So I only filmed the first one. was finished scrubbing with the wool scrubber, there were some really tough burnt on black marks on the grates. So instead of using the wool scrubber again, I grabbed something much more heavy duty, and it was a copper wire scrubby. As you can see, the difference was night and day between the rack I had washed and the one I hadn't. These little scrubbing pads worked so well. Once I was finished with the oven rack, I just moved everything off of my stove and grabbed my Method all-purpose spray. It's the lime and sea salt scent, which I really like. And I just sprayed down the stove and wiped everything down. This just had like little crumbs and stuff on it, nothing too hard to remove. Next, I removed all of the knobs from the front of the stove and wiped that down as well. I wasn't planning on cleaning the microwave today, but I noticed that it needed a little bit of TLC, so I quickly sprayed that down and wiped it down with the microfiber cloth inside. Once I was finished with the microwave, I went to the sink that was already dirty, but after washing those racks on it, it got so much worse. So I just rinsed down the sinks again, wiped it down a little bit, and then I'm taking my Bon Ami powder cleanser, which is a cleaning product with no harsh chemicals in it, and it's also really inexpensive. I just sprinkled it in my sink and let it soak while I moved onto the dishwasher. And this Let Me Shine dishwasher cleaner is one that I just saw at Target and I was really interested in trying it. So it has like 4 or 6 different packets that you just take, and you can clean your oven or your dishwasher once a month by just opening a package and pouring it in the bottom of the dishwasher. I found that it isn't as deep cleaning as like a cup of bleach would be. So if you have a really disgustingly dirty dishwasher, I do recommend doing that because sometimes that's all that can be done. But if you're just doing like a monthly maintenance, I think this was a great, really quick, a really quick and easy way to get it done. After letting the Bon Ami cleanser soak for about 10 minutes in the sink, I took my IKEA scrub brush and scrubbed it out until it was nice and clean. Then I rinsed it out and wiped down and polished up the faucet as well. After that, it was time to clean the oven grates, and honestly I should have done this before I cleaned the sink. I wasn't even thinking, but by this time they had been soaking for a good couple hours in the vinegar solution, and there were like particles of the caked on stuff just falling off. The only thing that didn't work is that it didn't get the grease off, so I just took some dish soap and scrubbed that with a bristle brush. I think I might have grabbed like a really abrasive scrubber as well. But anyways, I was trying really hard not to mark up my very clean sink. Then I also scrubbed down the burner caps as well and washed out the container that was holding them. After that, it was time to put the stove back together, and my stove was like sparkling after this. It hadn't been this clean in months, and I don't know, just after doing a job like this, it just made me so happy and satisfied with how clean it was. And I'm trying really hard to keep it as clean, but it's like every time I cook, I have to splash something on it, and it just makes me want to clean it all over again. But anyways, my kitchen ended up looking really clean. I didn't get to all the things that I wanted to, but it was really great for the first day of cleaning, deep cleaning the kitchen. The stove, like I said, looked amazing inside and out. The racks looked practically new. It was really impressive what those little scrubbers, the little wool scrubbers did. And then also the sink was really clean as well. Last thing to do, and the most satisfying, is to cross those items off of my list. However, I noticed that I did stray a little from my original plan for the day, but I did get a lot of things done nonetheless. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got a lot of cleaning motivation from it. Let me know down below what you're cleaning right now and what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone. Thank you.